This is the YouTube edition of my book, A Course in Miracles Workbook Nuggets, which is a study aid for the course's workbook for students. I'll begin by reading my book's commentary on today's lesson over a visual of the book's text. I'll then return with some further thoughts on the lesson, which are only included in this YouTube edition of my book. Today's lesson is labeled in the course as the final lessons, a single lesson which is repeated for 5 days as lessons 361 through 365 to conclude the year. Timestamps taking you directly to today's Workbook Nuggets commentary and my further comments, along with a link to the book on Amazon.com, are provided below. Lessons 361 through 365, Final Lessons, December 27 through 31. This holy instant would I give to you. The final 5 days of the workbook repeat a single lesson. It must be important. Through the words of the lesson itself and the introduction and epilogue, which immediately precede and follow it, this final lesson is your personal commission from Jesus to go out into the world and live your life as he and the real you would have it. It is an echo of the Great Commission of Matthew, chapter 28, verses 18 through 20. It is a commission which you desire through the memory of who you are. The nightmare is over when you finally wake from the mad illusion that you are a separate being in a finite body with a distinct personality. You will remember that you and the Father are one, and that your will is one with his. You are then at home and filled with joy. You will remember that you are love. No more, no less, because love is all there is. The final lessons, lessons 361 through 365. This holy instant would I give to you. In this final video, I'd like to end with some thoughts which I hope you will find helpful as you continue your work with the course. First, we must remember that any spiritual path, including the course, is a lifelong pursuit. We are not finished when we have completed the workbook or the text. As stated in the epilogue to the workbook, quote, "This course is a beginning, not an end," end quote. But remember that you are never making this lifelong journey alone. Even during the periods where this would appear to be so. As the epilogue tells us, quote, "Your friend, the Holy Spirit, goes along with you. You are never alone. No one who calls on him can call in vain. Whatever troubles you, be certain that he has the answer and will gladly give it to you if you simply turn to him and ask it of him," end quote. My second bit of advice deals with how you should practice now that you have completed the workbook. Now that you have completed the workbook, your daily practice can shift from structured exercises to a consistent way of life guided by the Holy Spirit, eventually making these habits second nature. But I have another suggestion as well. You can begin the workbook again. I have done the workbook lessons each year for many years, never skipping a year. Each time I do it, I get more out of it. I plan never to stop. If Jesus is telling me how to wake to his consciousness, I want to listen. Every year, I want to listen again. And if you don't feel drawn to beginning the workbook again, but you want a bit of structure, I would recommend reading chapter 16 of the course's Manual for Teachers, the third volume of the course. Chapter 16, entitled, How Should a Teacher of God Spend His Day, may be just what you're looking for. Finally, just a bit of practical advice for all those times when life and the world are moving so fast that you can hardly think, or you find yourself overwhelmed by needs or desires. Just stop. Stop, take a breath, and think, oh, I have forgotten who I am again. I'm back in the illusion. Then just turn to your inner guide. Be still and listen. The answers will come when and how they will. Don't try to force it. That is just your ego trying to sneak back into control. The little distance or separation from your ego you gained by your pause is all the awareness you need to escape the illusion, at least for the moment. Inevitably, we fall back into the illusion again, back into our ordinary lives. And thus, we will just get more opportunities to remember that we have once again fallen back into the illusion. More opportunities to practice our remembering. This is how a spiritual path is walked. The end will come when it does. It is the journey that we focus on. And as always, remember that you are not alone. Your inner guide, the Holy Spirit, is always with you. As this final lesson, which is repeated for 5 days, tells us, this holy instant would I give to you. Be you in charge, for I would follow you, certain that your direction gives me peace.